And we have the team ZERA with us. We have Arthur Cubs, who is heading the entire sales and marketing for the global operations. We have Vitalii Koval, who is heading the sales for the Indian part. And we have Mr. Shailendra Goyal, who is the managing director for India. So ZERA has almost crossed 105 years, which is even good. More than 100 years is to survive in industry is very tough task, and right, and 18 years into India. So Arthur, if you can tell me about your story of the company, how it has been evolved, and how you are supporting to the entire industry.
Yes, the history of ZERA, as you said, is over 100 years ago when the electricity was starting in Germany. There was 5 engineers starting this company, first as a service provider, and afterwards it changed to the producer because the utilities found out that this kind of meter maintenance or CTPD maintenance is an important task they want to do by themselves. And then the company changed as a producer, and ZERA invented a lot of instruments with high accuracy class for utilities or also for labs, national labs. ZERA is worldwide also in a lot of countries responsible for the accuracy, as we have our products in these metrological institutes as well as in the utilities.
Absolutely great. So you are pioneer into utility, but in India, if we see, there are multiple manufacturers also. You can be your customers directly or indirectly, and there are testing labs as well, NABL aggregated labs. So what do you see the potential into Indian market for your company? Because you are already there into 18 years. Now India is leading the worldwide in terms of the production and manufacturing hub.
Yeah, first of all, what we achieved with the help of our agent, or not agent but subsidiary company, it is a great result. What they achieved for the last 18 years. I mean, you can see our products everywhere, and also in the main meteorological institute. What we visited yesterday. I mean, we visited the stand of them, and they have a laboratory fully equipped with our equipment. So besides the results what we achieved, we still see a lot of potential in Indian market, and we know which step we have to take to extend, let's say, our or to develop our business in India on the terms of supply and high precision equipment, power meter test equipment, both stationary and portable, and so on and so on. That's what we will be doing next years.
That's great. So, Shailendra ji, next question is for you. How do you see the Indian market? Because we have already there into 18 years now, and there are a lot of companies who is doing the test benches or the portable equipments into this. Right, the metering companies are also pouring into this business with collaboration somewhere. So, what do you see the feasibility of this business into India?
Yeah, thank you very much. And I would like to tell you that from last 18 years, we are working in this field. And we are not only supplying the laboratory equipment, but we are also promoting the field testing equipments. And I believe that now the era has been come for the smart meter testing, which our Indian government is completely focused on the smart meter testing. And we are very keen to know, we know up to some extent, and we are keep on discussing with our customers and utility peoples and meter manufacturers, and try to find out that what is the problems which they are facing in the smart meter testings, smart meter implementation of the smart meter. So we are focusing on the problems, and we are trying to solve their problems by using our equipment. This is our main objective, and which we are working from last 3 years. I believe that next 5 years we have to work jointly with all utilities and the meter manufacturers, and by which we will be able to help the mission of the Government of India. And I'm quite hopeful with the German technology and the experience which we have gathered over a period in Europe, because Europe is far ahead in implementation of the smart meter testings, and the problems which they have experienced, we already have a solution for them, and we have our team here who is ready to indigenize our products and solve all the issues which are coming into roll out the smart metering. And I am hopeful that we will be able to solve as a company the major problems which smart metering rollout is going to be faced.
Absolutely. So while we are discussing about the smart meters, right? There are multiple companies who are now diversifying their smart metering from the electromechanical to static devices. And in fact, the static devices will have the different construction mechanism and everything, and they will be ready with the IoT. So, do we have that sort of solutions available with us?
Yes. Also, we are having different kind of solutions. Yeah, as I mentioned before, for all kind of utilities. In some countries, they are going a different way, but we are offering the systems also according to the demand of this country. Also for India, we have our daughter company here who are face the market directly, and they can give us directly the information what the Indian market need. Yeah.
I would like to add here that we are a company who looks the problem ahead, what market is going to face. Like we know that there is an implementation of like smart meters, and we understand that what problem they are going to face because we have international exposures, and we are a 100-year-old company. And why we are able to survive for the last 100 years, because we can see the problems which we are going to face in the future, and we start working in advance. In the same way we are doing for present era, and I am quite hopeful that we will be able to come with some solutions which going to help not only utility but meter manufacturers or complete. We will try to give our complete support to rollout of the smart meter within India.
That's fantastic. So, apart of this metering solution, what other products do we have?
Actually, our new recent development is a simple device, which is also much required and much welcome for Indian clients. And we were developing that based on the requirements exactly coming from Indian market, from Indian customers. Yeah, this is what we've done. I mean, we created a product which matching 100% to the client's requirement, the clients of India.
That's fantastic. So we are have the multiple options and the solutions based on the customer's requirement now. Right? Now coming to the part of the utilities and the major clients, wherein they will be looking at the mobile testing devices, right? What sort of solution do we have for the mobile testing?
This is very common because this is not a first problem which we are facing. I would like to share my experience. 30 years back, we faced the same problem from Saudi Arabia. And that point of time, we have designed one mobile app and we have supplied to them. Yesterday, only some customers are here from utility and they are asking for the mobile app for the testing of the transformers, instrument transformers, which they are going to install to the customers. So I told him that, okay, we are a person who can serve you because we have already done this 30 years back. So now for Indian market also, we can indigenize our product according to requirement and we are ready to serve them. So during Electroma only we came to know this requirement. Now we are going to depute our technical team for the discussion. We will understand their requirement, we will understand their applications, we will try to understand what problem they are going to face. Accordingly, we are going to offer them a solution. So this is our way of working at a ZERA, and this is the only reason this company are able to supply with a limited product range from past 100 years. This is the only reason I'm proudly say that this is the only reason why we are supplying product range for last 100 years.
That's fantastic. So, the next question is like every industry is now moving towards the IoT or the industry 4.0, right? So are our test bench are ready for the 4.0 so that the test labs, right, the into mobile device, the anyone, because utility has the multiple locations, multiple substations, and multiple mobile devices as well. So at the HO they can see the all the test reports centrally into this.
Yes, we are modifying and we are also adapt demands from each market to our product, yeah, to fulfill the satisfied customer, yeah, who can use our products in the best way, yeah, in this case.
We are ready for the solutions available in the market.
We are very keen to solve the problems which whatever we can solve with our products, because we understand that we know the subject, especially for the testing of the energy meters and instrument transformers. We understand that we are a pioneer. We are a very depth knowledge of this subject, and we will be able to solve the problem of the customer. I will not say 100%, but I am sure that 99% problems we can solve with our equipments, our products.
Definitely. So the question is like the government is also promoting the Make in India concept. So how many percentage are we doing into Make in India of your total?
Yeah, our Make in India percentage is more than 50%. And not only we are supplying in India, but with our know-how and with our advantage which we have under Make in India program, we are also planning to export in a big way to not only Europe but in other countries, other part of the world also. This is our future plan which we are going to implement in next 5 years.
That's great. So, ZERA is not only supporting in terms of the metering solutions, but the making it accurate, right, and the reliable for the utilities to get into their revenue generation. That is the most critical part for any of the utility. Even the minus 0.1% loss would be the big for them, because the number of meters are in millions, and when the numbers are in millions, definitely the losses are also to multiplication of that. Right. So, what sort of accuracies we can offer?
Yeah, what you have rightly point out the points. We are not telling that. I used to say to my customer that we are not giving you the meter testing equipment. We are giving you equipment to test your ATM machine, who is your generation of money. So you don't consider as that we are a meter testing equipment, and we are making the meter testing equipment up to the accuracy of 10 ppm, which is 0.001. I think the National Metrological Institute like NPL, IDMI, the all top level metrological institute, not only in India but all over the world, using our equipment as a primary standard of the country. So we are proud, and nobody in the world who is making the equipment of 10 ppm. So we are pioneer, and we are having a highest accuracy in the field of power and energy measurement so far.
That's fantastic, and that would be great into this segment. So, as you said that within the next 5 years, we are willing to export into the other countries. So, what do you see the feasibility of exporting this product from India to the other countries?
Yeah, actually, the future, what we see in the future, and big potential, this is a smart meter testing, because nowadays data protection is the big issue, and it is required everywhere. And as you understand, the data transmission is also should be protected. And recently, maybe you have heard that recently in Europe, they have issued some requirements, some standards, for the data security and so on. And of course, when you have such standard, when you have such product, you need some equipment to test, to verify if your product match the requirements of those standards. That's why we developed our new test benches and new concept for our test benches, with help of which we can test data protection, encryption, decryption, and all this stuff.
That's fantastic. So, being not only the productive or the efficient has to be required, but again, the safe and reliability is also important into this part, because the smart metering, the data is transferring from the one gateway to the other gateway, and in between, if this smaller loss would be a big headache for any industry, wherein the hacking.
Understand that cyber security is a major concern, not only for us but for everybody who is going to digitization. And under the Indian digitization program, this will be a bigger threat. But we know that we have already certain programs by which we can, at least energy meter, we can protect from the cyber crime or cyber. We are able to test the cyber security aspect of the meters. So we are already working on it, and we keep on working on it.
So, Arthur,
Let me add something beside the cybersecurity. The other very, very, very important issue is also this interoperability of the meters, because you have manufacturer A, manufacturer B, manufacturer C, and if they are communicating together, they must fulfill a certain standard. Otherwise, if some telegram, some command comes with a little bit delay, maybe the other meter do not understand the other meters, and then the total system will collapse. And it's very dangerous, So therefore, besides the security, also the fulfill of the standard must be tested, which our equipment is also able to perform this. You can measure the timing and so on, where the meters are sending, the telegram basis on the very, very deep area.
That's fantastic. So this is the last day of Elecrama, and I think few hours left only to go in. How was your response in terms of the customers, the feedback onto the event?
Yeah, as usual, very great. It's my fourth time, I think, that I visited the Elecrama, also in the old days when it was in Bangalore, not in Delhi. And the amount of visitors is always incredible. In Europe, on the fairs, you cannot find this anymore. Yeah, it has changed. So therefore, when you are on the booth, sometimes you're waiting and trying to catch the customers. But here, sometimes he was telling me before we came here, the booth is so full, so many people. It's totally opposite. No, I like it very much, and I can see also now, after this long period of this isolation, this COVID period, everybody is hungry to get some social contacts, and yeah, it's nice. And the people are always in India are very nice and friendly. So I really like to come here. When he's inviting me, then I'm always very happy.
Absolutely. Vitali, what is your experience of the Elecrama? How many crowd in terms of can be converted into the business or the actual business people see?
As what I've seen, yeah, the last days, that only key persons, I mean, the decisive persons, yeah, visited our stand. It is what Arthur said. It is completely different to the fairs in the Europe. For example, the end of 2022, we have been exhibiting on European Utility Week. Now it's called NLEAD. But you cannot compare. It is completely different. I mean, Elecrama, it is really for for getting new customers, for getting new orders, for getting new contracts. Really, just to develop business, not only just to show your products and so on, but much more many.
That's great, fantastic. So, as you are focusing more on to export business, right? The target line is the 5 years down the line we need to reach to the multiple countries. So, what do you see the feasibility of export inquiries or the customers you have been faced to Electron?
I will say that we have only established brand not only in India but around 120 countries. Some countries which is a developing countries are looking at economical solution which we can develop in India with the help of ZERA Germany, which is very high in technology. So this is a mixture of technology and indigenation, and we will be able to develop a product which will by which we will be able to serve a developing country throughout the world. So I'm looking forward and I'm very hopeful for the export market in coming years.
Absolutely. So I would like to thank you, Arthur, the Vitalii, and the Shailendra ji for your key insights and support. Definitely, this industry, the India, is the adapting into the technologies and the booming market. What we have, definitely, Jira can get the advantage of that as well, and the Indian utility as well as the meter manufacturers will be getting benefit, and that would be the win-win situation for all of us. Absolutely. So thank you very much.
Okay.